Hi, good day. I'm Winston Santiago from Philippine State College of Aeronautics. My research is entitled Compliance of Philippine Flying School to Upset Prevention Recovery Training UPRT Standards. Introduction. Confusion arose regarding compliance with the Upset Prevention and Recovery Training UPRT mandated by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, leading to challenges for flying school in understanding the guidelines, standards, requirements, and processes for successful implementation. Improper interpretation could result in unsuccessful implementation and compromise the quality of training. This study addressed the need for clarity and standardization in UPRT implementation within Philippine flying schools. It's sought to answer key questions concerning UPRT awareness, its inclusion in training manuals, instructor training, aircraft requirement, and quality and safety activities. Statement of the problem. What was the demographic profile of the participants in terms of company, fleet size, main base of flight operation, designation position, and length of experience in aviation industry? What was the Philippine Flying School awareness of UPRT on compliance with standards required by Civil Aviation Authority? What significant difference exists in the Philippine Flying School awareness of upset prevention recovery training when grouped according to demographic profile? What was the status of including UPRT in the revision and approval of training manual of flying schools? What was the current status of flight instructor training to be certified UPRT rated instructors? What aircraft type was required for flying school to conduct UPRT? What flight training activities could the Quality and Safety Department develop to prepare and comply with UPRT? From the findings of the study, what UPRT standards be implemented for Philippine Flying School? For the conceptual framework, so it was all started with UPRT program and CAAP mandatory implementation of UPRT to Philippine Flying Schools. Variables that were assessed are program awareness, ATO training manual, flight instructor training, aircraft, quality, and safety. After the data gathering and survey questions, it was statistically evaluated, and the result was to standardize UPRT implementation to Philippine flying schools. For the method of the research, in this study, a quantitative research approach was employed to gather information from participants through survey questionnaires. This study employed a quantitative, descriptive research design that aimed to describe and present data and phenomena systematically and objectively. The research used a self-made survey questionnaire to gather the needed data. Participants of the study are accountable manager, head of training, flight instructor, ground instructor, training personnel, aircraft maintenance manager, and quality and safety personnel working in a flying school operating in the Philippines that offered commercial pilot license program. Statistical treatment of data use are frequency and percentage, weighted mean, Likert scale, Kruskal-Wallis H test, and Mann-Whitney U test. Here are the major findings in the study. The study involved 23 participants and majority came from larger flying school operating more than 15 airworthy aircraft. Philippine Flying School are fully aware with UPRT program. There is no significant difference in the level of awareness of Philippine flying schools on the compliance with standards of UPRT when grouped according to profile. Philippine Flying Schools strongly agree with UPRT inclusion and approval in the training manual. Overall, they are agreed that flight instructor training is significant to be a certified UPRT rated instructor. The data suggests that aircraft to be used in conducting UPRT is a key factor to be able to execute the maneuvers required. The data suggests that operators' quality and safety programs should be planned and established and the organization adhere to all UPRT requirements following the authority policy and procedures. Conclusion and recommendation. In light of the findings of the study, the following conclusions were drawn. Based on the demographic profile, participants were mainly from larger flying school in the Philippines. The majority conducted their training activities in Luzon, and active involvement of participants from quality and safety managers and flight instructor. This show a positive trend for effective UPRT implementation. Philippine Flying School were fully aware on upset prevention recovery training, on compliance with standards as required by Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. The research findings affirms the null hypothesis. There were no significant difference in the level of awareness among Philippine flying schools regarding compliance with upset prevention and recovery training standards when grouped to profile. These results collectively indicate a consistent level of UPRT awareness across the diverse demographic profile assessed within the Philippine flying schools. The research findings strongly advocated for the incorporating of UPRT within the training manuals of Philippine flying schools. The participants' unanimous agreement on importance of UPRT in the training program underscore its potential to enhance pilot safety and skills. These collective stance resonate across the spectrum irrespective of specific numerical ratings, indicating a shared recognition of UPRT pivotal role in maintaining safety standards and optimizing training within the context of Philippine Flying School. The flight instructor clearly understood the significance of UPRT, focusing on providing comprehensive training opportunities in this aspect could further enhance the effectiveness as a certified UPRT rated instructor. The participant place high importance on aircraft having a sufficient power-to-weight ratio for quick recovery, while the aerobatic nature of the aircraft received comparatively lower emphasis. The strong agreement among participants regarding the selection of an appropriate aircraft type highlighted its crucial role in achieving the training objectives of UPRT. The Quality and Safety Department, in the preparation for UPRT, held paramount importance. The department commitment to ensuring UPRT activities alignment with regulatory requirements signifies a robust foundation for safety protocols. This integral involvement substantiates the department's undeniable contribution to fostering effective aviation safety measures and upholding regulatory compliance. For the recommendations, the flying school should actively promote the importance of UPRT in pilot training. Training organization may organize activities to explain the training value of UPRT in upskilling pilots to handle upset scenarios for the safety of every flight. The management may consider revisiting their manual to ensure that a CAP-approved training manual with UPRT inclusion is available before the execution of the training. Before implementation, the organization should have an evaluated and approved training manual with UPRT inclusion by CAAP. The management may reevaluate and choose the best organization to train their instructors and become certified to execute UPRT for students. This undertaking will ensure that safe and quality training will be delivered to their students. Before implementation, the organization should have a trained, rated, and certified UPRT flight instructors. Aircraft owner may communicate with the aircraft manufacturer to get approval, certification that it can perform the required maneuvers and activities of UPRT. Before implementation, the operator should have a designated UPRT aircraft capable of performing the necessary maneuvers in the program. Aviation organization may further empower and support their quality and safety department in their pivotal role concerning UPRT, enhancing the department's ability to ensure strict compliance with regulatory requirements will bolster the foundation of safety protocols. Additionally, investing in developing flight training activities under the guidance of quality and safety department will prove instrumental in upholding aviation standards and delivering comprehensive UPRT. This collaborative approach will strengthen safety measures and contribute to a more resilient and competent pilot workforce, advancing the aviation industry overall safety landscape. Here are the references, and thank you for listening.